All right, let's be for real though, y'all. Let's be for real. They initiate us into this government, military, CIA, brain reading, brain mapping experiment project, right? As soon as we sit back here and speak about something, as soon as we think of something, a whole bunch of people, over 100 people, probably 1,000 people more than that, they all be notified. They all know what I'm saying, told what you thinking, and they rush to the scene and where you going. This is a problem. When it comes to you making your way for a living, it's a problem. When you sit back here thinking of a job that you got in mind and you thinking about filling out the application, it's a problem because now they done alerted everybody that fit the description in this initiation, you know what I'm saying, this program, in this new world order to this 2020, 20 and beyond, 22 new world order experiment that they got going on, that been going on for the longest. This is what they got going on, man. So for the ones that sit back here talking about, they advise people to do this and do that in the midst of it, there ain't no way around this. You know what I mean? You could give out all the advice you want. Ain't no way around this. The only thing you could do is try to focus on your money as far as making money legally. Because the whole entitlement, see, people are still forgetting this entitlement that they're putting on us. And that's the terrorist entitlement. I'm pretty sure everybody that been brought to their attention to this program, that they was put on a government watch list by somebody accusing them for something, and like I said, putting an entitlement on their name, as far as they're this, they're that, they're, whatever. So at the same time, when it comes to you making a way of living, you can either try to beat the system by playing the same game with these people that created this, which is 1,000 versus 1 individual, in that community, or a few in that community. It's no way beating it. There's no way going past it. So if you got to go for food stamps, if you got to file for Social Security disability in the midst of how deep this is, you just have to do it. I don't care if people sit back here and they say they don't recommend that route or whatever the case may be. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like this. If you know, as far as your past and present history of life and what all you done been through and how stuff goes with you on the jobs and how they put all this extra stuff on you due to this secret, like I said, secret thing that's going on by using your mind against you and broadcasting your thoughts. And the manager, corporate offices, everybody is in on it because they the ones that give the manager the say so to hire you. Then you got to go for what you could get to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to go for what you could get to survive out here. Like I said, if you got kids, you got to do what you got to do. If you don't have kids and you keep on sitting back here and filling out these applications for these jobs and going through the same repeated patterns because they're hiring criminals, you know what I'm saying, murderers and all that to be in management position to tell you and be up under your butt to tell you what to do and all these type of characters that they hired to play with your mind all day, game bangers and all that, to put you to a test. You have to do what you got to do. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a damn what nobody say about as far as trying to file for something. The government's the one that created this program. You need to get the money back from them that's somebody trying to put you through that hellhole. If it's that deep. You know what I'm saying? And no, just because if you file for Social Security, they got full control over you. No, they don't. Just because you file for Social Security disability, that don't mean that you out of the program. That don't mean nothing. That just means that you sit back here going that route to provide for yourself because of what they're putting you through. Remember, this is a government program that they're putting you through, created by the government, military, CIA. So if you can't defeat it, if you can't beat it, you gotta do something in the midst of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I'm not out here preaching the fact of for folks to sit back here and try to go for disability. But if you know, just like I know, that been going through this for a long time, that in the midst of you trying to get these certain jobs, and the only jobs that you really could work is not having people around you and being looking over your shoulder and stuff like that. Because that's the only way how you gonna make it in this. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be around people like that. You got to, be to yourself. Whether they assign you to something, you got to, work and be to yourself, whether it's grass cutting jobs or whatever. You got to work in jobs like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're working in a job to the point that, I don't care if you're in a cubicle working job and you got folks sitting around here playing with your desk, or they're going to sit back here and they're going to play with you anyway. You ain't got to have that mindset. They're going to demonstrate it. They're going to demonstrate it anyway. So you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. I don't recommend nobody to go for SSI, but If you done been through what I done been through in the midst of this targeting, how deep this is, that's one of the probably the only routes that you can go into. Because it's not to really sit back here and put that mentally ill entitlement on you, but at the same time they already done consider you a terrorist, dog. So if they already consider like they considered me a terrorist, trying to broadcast me being a terrorist around the whole apartment complex where I was at before I woke up to this and trying to turn everybody against me anyway. Like I said, why not go for what I could, try to get for myself in the midst of everybody sitting back here going off these lies and slanders or these rumors and these apps and these notifications that they get on their phone to try to turn me into a criminal. You gotta go for what you could go for, man. A lot of people got this entitlement of Social Security wrong. They think just because you turn to the system, to the government system, that they got full control over you. No. You know what I'm saying? You just going for what you could get for the hell that they sit back here trying to put you through. You just going for what you could get for the hell that the government then created to try to put you through. You got to remember that. You're going for what you could get for what the hell, you know what I'm saying, that they're trying to put you through of this program that they created. Remember, they created this program, not you. They got everybody else around you and the whole community notified when you come around to imitate your thoughts. And you can prove it. You can record it and prove it. Not you sitting back here being notified based upon them. So you got to go for what you could get, dog. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. You know what I'm saying? This is how serious and deep this shit is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sneak this and I'm not doing none of that. I'm speaking facts. Because you getting hit with dew weapons. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, whether you got neighbors above you, side by side you, or whatever, they already know when you're going to sleep. They know when you're waking up. This is a 24-hour surveillance program. Everybody around you is on your 24-hour surveillance program behind the scenes, behind their four walls of their houses and their apartments. So they know everything of what you got going on. So they know when to make the noises. They know when to do the loud noise campaigns. They know wherever you're going. They know what food, whatever you're about to get. They know what gas station you're going to. They got all these thousands or hundreds of people sitting there posted up, waiting with similar cars of you. And as you, you know what I'm saying, forget the color codes and all that. They just, like I said, they just imitate and copy you. So it's no way around it, dog. You can only go for what you could get. I know a girl that was a targeted individual. She went for Social Security, disability, got college degrees and all that, and she's living better than she was before when she first woke up being targeted, you know what I'm saying, and witnessing hell. Now I'm not saying that she's on their side, but she's still being targeted. I can guarantee you. But like I said, she's just accepting the benefits from the government for what they got to offer to give her. Because you gotta remember, they the ones that's giving us hell. We ain't create this, and I'm gonna say it over and over again. So for the ones that sit back here saying that they don't advise people to jump into that route, you got to put yourself in that person's position, dog. Because we either going to sit back here and we going to keep on recording these damn videos of the tactics and all that stuff, and then wishing and hoping that we're going to come across good, legitimate jobs when everybody's put in a position to mess and play games with your mind to turn you into a damn terrorist, to make your name stand out on that government watch list. So when you get locked up, they could broadcast your picture all in the little local little news, little joints and all that by the registers and stuff. And then and everybody that knew you and heard about you and going off these rumors, they're gonna be like, yeah, so it was true. So you gotta put yourself in that position. You gotta put yourself in those shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that don't really agree, you gotta put yourself in that position, man. Because like I said, me myself, I don't have kids. But if I did, if I did have kids, whether I did it or I don't, and if you're going through this as deep as I'm going through this, you will go that route. Because you know that how deep this is. They're trying to control you on top of controlling these people. They're controlling these people. Whether people want to believe it or not, they're controlling it. They're just keeping it secret from you. They're trying to control you too. And then they're trying to control these people to tell them what to do to your possessions to try to control you. So this ain't nothing but one big ass controlling game. You see what I'm saying? And you got to think of ways in order to make a benefit and make a life out of it. You know what I'm saying? You either going to illegal hustle or you going to legally hustle and try to work a 9 to 5, go through hell and all that, and keep on trying to push. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in an apartment. A lot of people lay in houses. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? If you in a house, you might not have to worry. You might not have to worry about people coming in your house. You know, you can lock your door, whatever. You could keep your stuff locked up, or whatever the case may be, or whatever, however it goes, and keep your possessions straight. You ain't got to do nothing but worry about targeting when you out and about. I'm in an apartment to the point that it's constantly people coming and going for maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Because they're failing the mission objectives. They're getting caught up. They constantly hire more and more dudes to try to play these games. And then the more you find out and you put, all this stuff together, they're constantly dropping back. And they constantly hiring more. Then you got the neighbors that's placed around you that, like I said, they have them going off in your stuff and all that stuff too. So you got to put yourself and you got to think deep toward this. See, people are thinking because you go to run to the government for help that they got full control over you. They're trying to control your ass right now. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to control your ass right now. I'm not saying you go for food stamps and all this stuff, they're going to control you then. Go for SSI, they're going to control you then. But they're trying to control you now just as long as everybody else that they already notified and monitored and trying to control them on top of you. That's what I'm saying. They putting us through the test of telling these people what to do to us every day to mess with our eyes and mess with our mind and our ears all day just so they could try to control what we have in our possession. You got to go for what you could go for, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to. A lot of people ain't going to agree with what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, a lot of people that knows, what I'm saying, how deep this is, being in this program, what I'm saying, they initiate you in this program, and then they sit back here and they try to create things to try to turn you into a terrorist and kill you, mentally drain you and kill you. Hit you with directive energy weapons created by the military and try to kill you and defeat you in secretive forms of ways. You got to go what you could go for. I'm not going to keep on coming up. I don't come up on here making videos asking for donations. I don't come up on here begging folks to send me money and all that. Like I said, they want to reach out and help. It's okay. It's cool. Like I said, I live with my mom. You know what I'm saying? I done sat back here and try to have opportunities for myself to benefit for myself and all that. But you can't too much when you got all these people secretly put in position and come into these communities to go against your mind and go against you in general. You can't defeat that. Unless you just lock yourself up and you got to go through that. You see what I'm saying, in the jail. And there's a lot of people that I know that's locked up right now. And like I said, there's a lot of people that I know that works in the prisons and the jail, correctional officers. That's like I said, they're playing their role and playing games with this too. So you gotta think deep, man. I don't recommend this for everybody to do this, but for the ones that's really truly targeted. They're trying to make you out an example for the ones that's mentally disabled and for the ones that get checks, like I said, mentally and physically disabled. You got to go for what you could go for, man. You think they're going to have these people placed around you in these apartments, in these houses that look certain ways and act certain ways and stuff? And every single time you step out and do something, you see them? You being put through a test, dog. You got to go for what you could go for, man. You can keep on struggling, working at 9 to 5, knowing that you're going through hell. Like I said, if you live in an apartment and they're coming back to your apartment with and stuff, or you can work that 9 to 5 and live in the house, and all you got to do is just worry about the stuff on the job or whatever the case may be, and you ain't got to worry about nothing when you come back home. But me, myself, I'm in an apartment, so I got too much stuff I got to worry about. I'm scarred from it. I got extreme PTSD from it, and it'll never be the same. I always got to set up camera views when I leave my apartment. That's not no damn lifestyle that folks want to live in the midst of trying to make money. See what I'm saying? And you wouldn't have to worry about that working a 9 to 5, hours being played with. You can't make enough to pay your bills because you know they in on it. They could adjust your schedule, and even if you're a manager, they could have another manager. You know what I'm saying? Come around to try to adjust your schedule for you in order for you not to pay your bills. So that's what I'm saying. You got to put yourself in a real critical thinking process and go for what you could get. A lot of people got the wrong perception, the wrong thinking perception of this SSI and this food stamp thing, dog. I've seen a lot of people, like I said, benefit and come up for themselves by applying for stuff like this. Because you're already being watched and they're already trying to control you, what you spend your money on and how you get your money. You got to think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about it. This ain't no 1, 2, 3 little easy little thing. You just go to a job, file an application, get interviewed, get hired on the spot, and everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I'm recommending this for folks that's in apartments, not for everybody that's just, in houses and all that stuff. Cause like I said, you could come back to your house. You ain't got to worry about nobody sneaking in, coming through your stuff, unless it's people within your house messing with your stuff, and that's it. I'm in an apartment. They won't let me get no house, even if I had the money to get it, because how deep this program is. They're trying to control everything around me, and then in the midst of, trying to control my stuff, cars and everything that I got. So you got to think about this, man. People got to think about this. They got the wrong perception, man. They got the wrong ideas, man, when it comes to Social Security disability. But if you sit back here and you going against a system that's trying to defeat you, you can only go for what you could go for. I already done tried all this stuff. That's when I already know what I'm speaking about because I already done tried. I'm too deep into this for so many years. I already done tried all this stuff. Had to pay, like I said, had to pay stuff. Had my money stacked up. Had my money saved. Had my money right. You know what I'm saying? To live in good apartments, whether Section 8 or non-Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Good, decent ass apartments. You know what I'm saying? Good, decent ass. You know what I'm saying? Had opportunities to, you know what I'm saying, to rent houses and all that. But every single time I go into thinking about it, it's always somebody, a character in the way to act a role, to try to stop me in the midst of that. Who wants to go through that? When you could get a check from the government, you know what I'm saying, for what they owe you anyway, for taking all the money out your checks to keep you from paying bills and all that, and you could get the money back. And then, like I said, you can still go to apply to work a 9 to 5, which means you ain't got to work that hard, 12 hours full time. You can work part time, 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and still, you know what I'm saying, on top of Social Security, disability check, and still make a way of living for yourself. The thing is to work smart, not work hard, man. In the New World Order, they want you to work hard and not work smart. And that's why they can't keep nobody at these jobs. And these people keep on leaving them because they witnessing strange stuff going on behind the scenes at these jobs. So you got to put yourself in that position, man. Don't think just because you apply for the government that the government fully got full control over you. Remember, they already trying to control what you do. That's the whole concept. They already trying to control what you think, what you say, what you see, from television down to in the streets, to your phone, on YouTube, Facebook, anything you on. They already trying to control that. You got to go for what you could go for, man. And like I said, I do not highly recommend this, but you got to put yourself in a real TI, in a real TI point of view, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is to initiate you and put you into this program by considering you this, and then considering you mentally ill. They already considering you all these entitlements on top of a terrorist or whatever they doing to have these people come playing these mind games with you. So why let them defeat you in the midst of that? I done mentioned plenty of jobs that I was gonna go to, not even in my house, just riding around. I said I'm gonna go here. By me even thinking about even going there, at the job, people was already in the midst of, you know what I'm saying, running lights, running stop signs, all that, trying to beat me to them so they could sit back here and post up and go up in them so they could try to get the job before me. And then they'll get the job. You already know what role they're going to have to play. The targeting role. So they're going to be playing games with me on the job. And they ain't going to be, see, jobs in the midst of TIs don't be teamwork, no matter what it consists of. It's just you versus everybody else. It's never teamwork. You know what I'm saying, how deep this is and serious this is. It's never teamwork when a TI is on the job. It's everybody versus the TI. Management, everybody. So people got to wake up, man. They got to expand their thought patterns, man. They got to expand their thinking patterns, man. Because at the same time, they thinking they getting the wrong ideas about this SSI and food stamps, but that's not the way it goes, man. That's not how it goes, dog. That's not how it goes, man. You already got to remember, dog. The government is already trying to defeat you. You can still win by getting an SSI check. You just ain't got to goddamn struggle that hard, though. See what I'm saying? As if you working a 9 to 5 and having your hours being played with. You see what I'm saying? Because you know you can say you want to work part-time. You know they can switch your hours up and have you working full-time just to see how you going to come off and how you going to say it, if you're going to get an attitude and stuff. That's what these people do. They playing mind games with you all day. So you got to ask yourself, man, how serious, you know, how serious your target is, how deep it is. Because I know mine's is at the highest level. It don't get no higher than this. It don't get no higher than this, man. I see through everything. Everything they throw out in front of me, everybody that comes out in the midst of me, I see through them all. I see through them all these characters, and I already know the deal. From the fake pet havers, walkers, from everything. People at these jobs, like I said, with these funny ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, their names, you know what I'm saying? Similarity in names of all types of stuff. I'm talking about everything, man. Truman Show, like just real Truman Show type stuff, man. So you gotta, people gotta think though, man. Like I said, you still can work a job on top of getting the SSI check. It's a lot of people out here disabled that's doing that, and they still providing a good way of living for themselves. But the thing is, for you not to get effed over completely by this program that they put you in, and for you to fight back. You're not being a coward. You're not being a punk. You're not being a bitch made nigga or whatever they want to consider you by going the government route. You just going for what you could go for. It ain't nothing else more you could do. Think about it. There's nothing else more you could do though, dog. Unless, like I said, you make money illegally. You'll have to move to the country. You know what I'm saying? And even then, they can notify people in the community of what they trying to put off on slandering your name and all this stuff with rumors. You see what I'm saying? So you got to go for what you could go for, man. You got a big system created that's trying to defeat you and trying to kill you, and you got to fight back some form of way. I can't sit back here and let no dude tell me and let no female tell me, oh man, you a sucker for going the SSI route and you could have did this and you could have did that. When everybody in, like I said, everybody in town is in on it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a F what anybody say. Everybody's in on it, dog. Everybody's in on it. So you could go for what you could go for. Or try to be a YouTuber, a TikToker, or whatever to try to make money off that. What a lot of people are doing right now, trying to, make money off of YouTube, TikTok, social media in general, because they already know, these jobs ain't the move, ain't holding up. And they use it, as an excuse of what's going on out here as an epidemic. But really, like I said, targeted individuals, people put on a government watch list, is really the thing of what's going on. And people having to act, community-based actors having to act when this person come around. That's what's going on, that they're covering up, that they're trying to use as an excuse. See what I'm saying? They're trying to use as an excuse. So I'm saying, man, go ahead and try to work that 9 to 5 if you want. Go ahead. But like I said, live in an apartment at the same time. And go ahead and have your hours played with and come back to your house and have shit, rearranged and all that stuff, and then be extra stressed out. Probably be food poisoning or whatever the case may be when you come back to drinking something and eating something. And then you're going to be like, damn, I'm out here trying to make a living for myself. And it's really that bad. It's really that deep. Don't find out the last minute. You know what I'm saying? Don't find out the last minute. Because it's going to happen. Because the people, like I said, that's all around you is put in a position to F with you all day. So don't get it twisted. All them people you seeing, you got to do your homework, dog. You see these people, maintenance and all types of stuff, they're not having a consistent group of people working around, and they always coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. People that's always coming and going, neighbors always coming and going around you. Don't stay around you no more than 2 or 3 years. That should tell you something. People always coming and going. Real quick. At the snap of a finger. That should let you know it's something seriously going on. And like I said, they play with your mind all day. Whatever you looking at, whatever you see, whatever you looking around at your house in your apartment, they use it against you. They notify everybody that come around you using it against you, placing it around your car, placing it around your yard, your house, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? People fake dog, pet walking, be in control, looking at their phones. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of you, what you gonna do? Try to keep on working that 9 to 5, being played with, right? To consider yourself out here, know what I'm saying, getting it. When you already know. And I know a lot of TIs working these 9 to 5s. I know they staying with folks. So, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really got that much to worry about as far as when they come back home, they got somebody living with them to hold down the spot, protect the spot. But I'm saying for the ones that don't, like me, once I'm gone, my mom gone, that's it. I got to base it around her schedule, her shift, in order for me to have a mind concept to not think that nothing's going to happen. But other than that, come on now, man. It's too deep. This is too deep, man. This is the Truman Show times 1,000. This is deeper than the Truman Show. They just gave you a little insight of the Truman Show they live. This is 100 times deeper than that. They are trying to control you on top of controlling these people to come around you to control the stuff in your position. I mean, in your position, your possession, and your valuables. Period. So what you gonna do? Like I said, they gonna play with your hours. Your hours ain't gonna be consistent. Let's say if they do be consistent, they gonna overwork the hell out your ass. They gonna overwork the hell out your ass. You might not have no time off. Just like me when I worked at all these jobs. They always work the hell out of me. Always had me working all these extra hours. People was always calling out. They never written them up. They always let them know what I'm saying. Because, they bots in the Matrix, in the New World Order, so they let them have their way. Everything always came down on me. You got to put yourself in the shoes, man. That's how deep it is. Don't let nobody sit back here and tell you, nah, man, don't apply for SSI. Nah, man, don't do this. Nah, man, don't do that. Talking about, yeah, you already giving it to the medications and the entitlements that they trying to put on you. Forget all that. I take medicine. I don't take it like that. I don't overdo it. I don't overuse it. It ain't messing on my head. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, it don't matter, man. Smoking weed ain't no damn better with nanotechnology and all that stuff in the weed. It ain't even OG. It ain't even original. The mid was more better than this so-called little cliche, little synthetic, little loud, little gas. The mid. CBD is more better than this synthetic little marijuana that's floating around here. Yeah, I still do it from time to time, but still. Mid, CBD, hell, whatever they want to consider it is more better than this synthetic little, you know what I'm saying, little K2 little packs of marijuana that's floating around here, which they got the ideas from the K2. You know what I'm saying? From the packs and all that. And I mean, come on now, man. Then you got everybody doing it, and it's messing up their mind. Y'all ain't see the crime rate go up even higher since they created medical marijuana, supposedly. The crime rate done went up even more, man. People thought it was going to stop the crime in the midst of them creating this marijuana. This marijuana done been created, and everything just all effed up. People sitting back here turning up, thinking that they getting crunk and gangster and OGs and all that. They the realest motherfuckers on earth. All this synthetic, like I said, dispensary weed. When we all know for the real smokers that the real OG is the mid. You know what I'm saying? And the CBD. Keep on raising your frequencies off off this synthetic dispensary. And keep on seeing these people notified to come around you trying to, know what I'm saying, put off that terrorist entitlement. Because they can't wait till you smoke. They can't wait till you smoke. So I sit back and I step out about to smoke. They already know I'm rolling up. They stage more stuff than when I'm sober. More stuff is staged when I'm about to smoke and when I'm about to get it than when I'm sober. Why is that? Because the government created it. So like I said, you either going to go for what you could get or you going to let these try to pimp you and keep you without jobs and keep on recording videos, looking into that little camera, looking at yourself, recording videos, telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, this is what's going on, that's what's going on. No. Forget that. You better go for what you could get. You better get that check or get whatever you could get and then still record on top of it or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, I'd rather have some legitimate money coming up in here for what they owe me, especially all the jobs and all the history of resumes I done had, than sit back here keep on trying to get to my 40s and be in my mid 30s like I am right now. Then in my mid 30s and my 40s, got to put 10 years in just so you can retire. You can't forget that. You know what I'm saying? 10 years just so you can retire and then having to go through another job now from here on out to this day forth to try to work it so I can work 10 years to retire. Come on now, man. Like I'm going to make it a whole 10 years in this new world order. Y'all ain't thinking about that either. Huh? For the ones that talk about don't go for SSI, y'all ain't thinking about that either. It still take you 10 years so you can retire. That's a whole damn decade. We don't know what's going to happen in the whole damn 10 years. They talking about some Mars and 2025 and all that and 2045 and all that was yet to come. We don't know. We don't know for sure. We just going off of, like I said, what they demonstrate. So you got to go for what you could get. A lot of people ain't going to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't agree with me, you can unsubscribe. But this is coming from the heart. And like I said, I don't advise nobody to do it. But if you deep down into this like I am, you got to go for what you could get. You got to. Because like I said, everything of what you do is being secretly monitored by your neighbors above you, across from you, a mile away from you, all that. You know what I'm saying? People a mile away from you, like I said, all that. They know everything of what you got on your mind going on, what you thinking of. You can't defeat that. But you could defeat having to go through too much of it by being out in public places, by getting a check. See what I'm saying? Remember, the government owes you that. They the ones trying to put you through the hell. They putting people in position to put you through hell, dog. Not you. You ain't doing this on your own. They created this. They put us in this program. Remember that.